we are going to end the theme just a touch early tonight. And the reason for that is it was sticking on this end and I couldn't see when the damn thing was going to end. So a lot of you tuning in tonight to see a little something different on the show tonight, because we have a very special guest that's going to be joining us tonight. Both of my co-hosts are sick. They're ill. They're icky. One of them wasn't sure if he had COVID or not. That was a Bob Hazelwood. Haven't really gotten an update as to whether he got tested or not. And the other one's got the flu. So being as they're both sick and they bailed out on me on the Tuesday night show, they do not get the privilege to be here tonight for tonight's special guest, because she was kind enough to offer to help me out for the Thursday night show. And we know her as SOKEYA, the Queen of Bling. And you're going to find out why she's known as the Queen of Bling. And she is from Cambodia, the Cambodian Queen of Bling, I should say. And we're going to learn a little bit about her native country and her childhood memories, things that she likes and maybe doesn't like about America, just all kinds of stuff we're going to cover. And I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. She might be the most beautiful guest we've ever had on this show. Yeah, might be. We don't want to offend any other guests that we've ever had on. So we're going to say one of the most beautiful guests that we've ever had on this show. And I would like to bring her in right now. The Cambodian Queen of Bling, SOKEYA.
Hello, everybody.
Miss SOKEYA, how are you doing today?
Thanks, Kenny. I'm good.
And well, you certainly are.
Yeah,
not a bad intro for your first ever podcast. You've never done a podcast before, correct?
No, I have not.
So what made the Cambodian Queen of Bling? And we're going to explain why I gave you that name. Had you ever been called the Cambodian Queen of Bling before yesterday?
Not the queen, but it has been. I've been called the Cambodian princess.
Oh, okay. Well, now you've been upgraded to queen, because the princess would be the daughter of the queen. So you have now been upgraded to the queen, because my son, when we were in pro wrestling, he was known as the prince, and he's probably looking forward for me to die, because then he will become the king. You know how that works. I hope not. I hope he's not looking too forward to it. And I do have. Did I have your name spelled correctly when I advertised you being on the show? SOKEYA, did I spell that correctly?
Yes, you did, but in the chat you spell SOKEYA.
All right, how is it spelled?
SOKEYA.
Okay, I figures. All right. Well, in the chat we'll have to fix that for the future. So we're gonna we have a lot of the members chiming in tonight. I can't remember. I think we are members only tonight. Did I set it up that way? I think I did. So if you're not a member, you can still make a donation and say hello. If you're on Facebook, you can say hello. And if you're on Twitter, you can say hello. But the reason we do members only, because those are the people that donate and help us feed our families on the show. So we give them special attention. So anybody can watch. So if your children are watching the show, they can still watch. If they're watching on Facebook, they can leave a comment. And if they're watching on Twitter or X, whatever it's called, they can leave a comment there. So if you want to let your kids know if they want to make a comment while they watch the show, tell them to watch it on Facebook and or Twitter, and we will leave them up for a little while. And otherwise, if you're watching on YouTube and you would like to make a comment, or you want to say hi to Miss SOKEYA or learn more about her, where she's from, what she does now, because she hasn't been to Cambodia in quite some time, and we're going to get into that here in just a little bit. And Kevin Marr says she's beautiful. We'll throw that one up here. Kevin Marr kissing up already. Yeah, we noticed. We noticed that when we agreed to have her on the show. Jazzy Jana, one of our bigger donors on the show. Hello, King SOKEYA and chat. Lovely to meet you. Billy Sellers has already made a donation today. I'm doing good, Billy. Billy made a $15 donation long before the show started, probably because he saw you were going to be on the show. And Stephen Fowler's a brand new member. How you doing tonight? Kevin Marr in there earlier. And Jelly Bean, speaking of beautiful people that come on the show, we'll be showing her picture in a little bit. Jelly Bean. Oh, we have dueling queens in here tonight, SOKEYA. Jelly Bean Bolin, the queen. She has declared herself the queen. She's been working out a lot lately, and she's building her legs up, and she says she now looks like an Amazona. And she lives in Calbiac City in the Philippines. Bob's got a bit of a crush on Jelly Bean. We're gonna have to go ahead and confess that right now. And but I think everybody that ever watches this show has a crush on Joe. If you'll look, you'll see in her picture she wears glasses like mine. Do you see that? Can you see in her picture there the glasses she wears? They have the orange tint, which are similar to mine. But Jelly Bean is one of the primary girls. She's a single mom, and she has a little kid named Jara. And you know what? Let me show you a better picture of her so you can see her better. And I got to scroll back up and find our. She recently just passed a test, and she had to get all dressed up for it. That's Jelly Bean dressed up, looking like she's in the mortgage, business, or maybe real estate. That's another picture of her there, a little more casualed out in her denim dress. And I think I got a few more pictures of her up here where they're wearing the shirt. I'll introduce you to all the people that we help. I know you've probably seen them before when you were watching the show the other day. These are people that came to Jara's birthday party. That is Doda and Pato, I think are their names. We call them Little Kenny Bolin. We think the boy, that's pretty much what I looked like when I was a kid. Sokia, have you ever looked at a man like that before? Do you see how she's looking at that kid? Have you ever looked at a man like that? Huh?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
You're sure it's happened before? Well, anybody that you would look at like that would be the luckiest man in the world, because that's how she's looking at him. And this is Sunny Boy. Jelly Bean has helped raise Sunny Boy. We're getting him good food. And that's Choco on the right. Anytime anybody says something stupid, we show this picture like, what? And that's the expression they give. This is also Jelly Bean wearing her Bolin girl shirt. Now, Sokia, before this thing is over, we are going to have to make arrangements to get you a Bolin girl shirt. Would you be permitted to wear such a shirt if we got you one?
I would be honored.
Oh, no, now I'm honored. Because you live near me. You're not all that far from me. I'm right across the river in the Highlands area, and then you're right across the river in Indiana. We'll just leave it at that. And this is Bobby Bob's favorite picture. She's got her Bobby Bob shirt on and a smile, and that's about it. And that's also Jelly Bean. So Jelly Bean probably holds the record for the most pictures. This is the house that Bob and a few of us pitched in on to kind of restructure, rebuild. We put a little terrace there to give her a place to put her washing machine that we got her, a motorcycle that we got her so she could get transportation back and forth to the doctor for her and her kid. And we rebuilt that about a year or two ago, I think. She's been in there a little while. This is Eunice. You've heard us talk about Eunice. She will be turning 18 November the 29th. Eunice in her Bolin girl shirt. Yeah, no, we got to get those Bolin girl shirts made real quick. Got one across the river going to be wearing them. Let's see. This is little Ruby. That's Ruby at age 13. Ruby May. She was just in the hospital. Ruby May at age 14. Ruby May a little later at age 14. This is Chenny. She's 19, also born on November 29th. So Chenny, Ruby May, and Eunice were all born on November 29th, the same day as three of my famous wrestling friends. This is Ashley. Can you tell the Bolin girl shirt's kind of popular in the Philippines, Sokia? Did you see that? Very popular. And
I love it.
Let's see. That is Mylene. She's got and that is the only Bolin kid. Now, this is where you might cost me some serious money, Sokia. If we get all your kids a Bolin kid shirt, I might be broke. I might have to go to the bank. I might have to go down to the Chase Bank and get me a loan. Because we got some things we're going to reveal about you here a little bit later. That is Lorraine. That is Eunice's sister with the world's biggest Bolin girl logo. This is sweet little art gel. She's not now. Sokia, you're a beautiful young lady. Is that not maybe one of the prettiest 9-year-old girls you've ever seen? Now I know you got some pretty kids of your own. That is art gel. That is art gel. She is from Calbiog City as well. And she gets anything she wants from me because she just has the sweetest little voice and she always says the nicest things. And she calls me daddy. She says I've done more for her than her real father ever did. And she's the only one that I know of that has that shirt with my picture built into the logo. Yeah. And her name is Art Gel. And Bob says anything that kid wants, you always give her. And he's probably right. This is Jeanette. Jeanette has a few kids. James is one. Justin's the other. and she's got a sister named oh God, help me out. We have Joera that's there in that household, and God, I'm blanking out on the other one's name. Shame on me. That is Lena. Lena lives in a Kittapawan or something like that is the name of the city that she lives in. And a lot of them are wearing jackets like me, and that's my red version. You see, she's got the green version. God, Joe, I think we had to delete a few of them, but a lot of these kids have these. Another picture of Art Gel. So I'm just kind of showing you who all we help here. These are some of the families that we help, and just kind of introduce you to some of the kids there that we help. Let's see. John Paul is in here. John Paul is a big donor on the show from time to time. They banged up, but they will. I don't know what he's telling me. Who banged up, John Paul? You got to help me out. I'm doing good, Stephen Fowler. Hopefully you're doing good. Jazzy Jana, John Paul, they're for real. That's awesome. I need my aces to get. Oh, okay. He's talking women's basketball, something I don't talk very good about. The Iceman is in here. The Ghost is in here. Definitely the best looking guest since Rico and myself. Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Rico Constantino is one of my former wrestlers. He comes on the show from time to time, and he's saying that you're prettier than Rico Constantino. So that's not bad. I'm sure Rico would probably agree. I think I have a way to blow Sokia up a little bigger on here. We're going to bring Sokia over here because everybody knows what I look like. So there's Sokia with a little bit bigger screen. And let's see here. So does anybody have any questions for Sokia? And then I'm going to have some questions. And but if anybody has any, because I'll start it off. And if you guys have any questions, if you want to talk about her childhood in Cambodia, why is she called the Cambodian Queen of Bling? Or formerly before me, she was called the Princess. The Princess. Who called you the Princess? Who gets credit for that? Sokia, who called you the Princess?
It was sorry. It was like when I was in high school, a bunch of the people I went to school with.
Oh, okay. Well, a title probably well-deserved. Billy Sellers, she looks pretty. Yep, we've established that. We have established that Sokia looks pretty. I tell you what, let's play a game right off the bat, and this was actually Sokia's idea. How old do you think Sokia is? Just looking at her, if you didn't know any better, if you didn't know anything about her whatsoever, you just see her on the show. Who wants to guess Sokia's age? How old do you think she is? So we'll see your guesses as they come through. And also, Sokia was kind enough that she made a nice donation the other night when we were really needing donations. We were trying to raise an extra $30 to help one of the families out. And Sokia was, oh God, Kevin Marr, you're going to get blocked. Jesus Christ. You try to give them a softball, Sokia. You try to give them a softball, and they just fucking can't help themselves. I said I was going to clean this show up, and now one of them's made me mad. Billy Sellers says under 20s. Isis 29. Kevin Marr 30. Kevin Marr will be blocked for the night's over. John Paul says 32. Jazzy Janice says 26. Keep your guesses coming. We're going to reveal 39. Are you on drugs? Are you on alcohol? Are you on dope? Do you have glaucoma?
Maybe
are you blind? 39. Does that look 39? Stephen Fowler rebukes himself and says 18. Okay, that's more like it. It's more like it. Jeez, oh Pete. 39. Okay. I look 39, right, Sokia? I look 39. Better say that. They know what's good for them.
Yeah.
So we'll reveal her real age here in a little bit. Yes, you better have glaucoma. I had glaucoma at one point, and even at my worst stage of glaucoma, I know that didn't look 39 years old, for crying out loud. All right. Well, he says he has glaucoma, so we're going to try to give him a bit of a pass. Jazzy Jana looks very young for her age too. She just turned 38. And let's see here. And I don't think most people would guess her at that age. This is going to get him blocked too. She looks young enough to be your granddaughter. Oh, that'll get him blocked. She looks, you know how young she looks? She looks young enough to be my young, sexy Cambodian girlfriend. That's how old she looks. Shut his ass up, didn't we? There we go. As a matter of fact, the rules are here. All the Filipino kids can call me daddy. They can call me daddy. If any of them ever calls me grandpa, financial support gets cut off. Ain't nobody coming in here calling me grandpa. We're not going to have any of that crap. We'll reveal the real age. She is actually 31 years old, which blew me away. If I were just to see her at the mall or something, just to see her out and about, and then maybe she was sitting in a booth and you had to walk up and guess her age, I would almost have been embarrassed to guess her at 24. I thought I might have been going a little bit high, but 24 was my guess. But I know of her through a high school friend of mine, and I hear that you are a very good poet. This is how I heard about you 2 or 3 years ago. And I heard about you through my friend John, who I graduated high school with. And he told me about you, and because he knew my love of Asian families and helping out Asian families, not only in the Philippines, but a few other countries as well, but mainly the Philippines. And he tells me about you, and he showed me a picture of you guys playing cards. And I went, oh my God. And that's it. And I think that's when I nicknamed you the Queen. I said, and he said you were very good. I said, are you sure everybody's just not letting her win? Are they just looking at like, we're not going to take her money? And so are you that good, or do these old guys just let you win? How did you get so good at poker?
It's luck. I think it's all luck.
A lot of luck. It sounds like you get lucky a lot from what I've heard. So do you get lucky a lot?
No, if you know John, he is very competitive.
John is very competitive, because I've told him to let you win. I said, don't you dare take her money. You let her win. And he's no, man. And he told me, he says, you're very competitive. He says, you play to win. He says, you ain't clowning around. You're coming in there to win.
I play for fun and win too, but when you're playing against John and he's playing 2-3.
What is the most money you've ever won in it? What's the most money you've ever won in a night? What's your biggest winnings?
I don't know, like a few hundreds, but I also lose a lot too. So
you lose a lot too. Well, shame on those guys for ever letting you lose a lot. They should always make sure you at least break even. So these are terrible people. And I'm going to come and play cards with you one night, not to win or lose, but to make sure those buttholes make sure you don't lose any money. And if I catch anybody trying to take your money, well, I'd like to slap them around anyway, just for the fun of it. Especially John, because John knows better. He shouldn't be taking your money. He shouldn't be doing that. But a few $100s on a winning. What's the most you've ever lost? You said you won a few hundred. What's the most you've ever lost in a night?
We're not gonna go there. It's been
I'm not gonna reveal that, huh? Well, I don't blame you. I wouldn't talk about it either. Let's see. What's the ghost got here? Ghost, you better be donating tonight. You're taking up a lot of chat space. Better watch out, King. The Filipino ladies are going to be jealous of us. Now, that's a lie. I do not have 9,000 Filipino girlfriends. I have 7,500, one on each island, so they don't know about each other. We keep them all a secret, right? That's how you would do it, right, Sokia? You would have a girl on each island, and then you don't tell them about each other, and then none of them ever find out, right? That's how you do it. Sokia would teach me that. She would know how to pull that off.
No.
You're not saying you wouldn't have a boyfriend on every island? No. Well, you're right. You probably can't.
No.
You probably can't be done. All right. You're probably right. Let's see. You two ages get me in trouble. Yeah, I know. Every time we do ages, Kevin Marr gets in trouble. He always guesses high. I mean, he hasn't learned any lessons yet. Tyler C. from the NC, Tyler Cox, he's from North Carolina. He's a regular donor. I haven't looked to see any donations yet. We haven't seen Nicole yet. Nicole had made a pledge for Thursday night, and she normally asking us what we're raising money for, and we haven't really got into the details as of yet. We're trying to pay off the last payment for Heart DeLos's in Ruby's house. We've gotten about 3/4 of everything paid for there. Eunice's house still has about 1/3 of a payment left. We were trying to help Jin. I spent $180 of my own money to get this covered for now. I'd love to recoup some of that back if I could. Jin needed her water and electric turned back on. It had been off for nearly 3 months. We got it paid. They're supposed to have it back on in the next couple of days. Ruby May and her family are supposed to have their electric on in a few days. We've already paid it. It was about $60, $70 to get that done, but it should be on in a few days as well. And what else? We have another young lady, and this is where I screwed up. I sent a young lady last night $20 to get the internet for her child to be able to do their schoolwork. She had never asked for money before. She watches the show from time to time. Had never asked for money in 3 years. She works cleaning houses in Manila. And she said, could you help me get a load for my kid to do their work? Sure, you've never asked for help. You've been watching the show for 3 years. Yeah, we'll help you. I typed in the wrong phone number for GCash, and someone else got her money. We tried to get the lady that got the money, even because it had her name on it. She won't send it to him. She kept the money. So it was $20. Wasn't the end of the world, but not enough that I could resend it again because we'd already sent out a lot of money to other families that we'd already committed money to. So we're going to try and raise another $20 in here tonight for that young lady, so we can resend it, and then I will make an appeal to World Remit to see if they can recoup the money from the lady that took it that it was not intended for. Clearly does not have her name on it, doesn't have her address, but I typed in the wrong number, or at least the wrong number went in, regardless of whose fault it was, and the lady took the money knowing it was not hers. And I'm glad it wasn't $100. I'd really be pissed then. It was about $20. So that's what we're dealing with there. And let's see, Honey Rose said that she could use about $20 for rice. And Art Gel's family is needing rice and school supplies for little Art Gel that I showed you earlier. So those are the projects tonight. Hopefully you guys are going to have a good time. Hopefully we'll get some donations in. And it looks like so far. Oh, Jesus. Just saw that one of my people I book hotels for can't work Friday after I've already booked the damn hotel. So far, we have Billy Sellers' donation of $15. We have Nicole honored her pledge, and she has donated $40 tonight. So there's $55 in the house. And Tyler Cox has donated $10. So 40, 55. So we have $65 in the house so far. I'm trying to set a goal tonight of about $120 to $140. That'll help us get in the direction of getting some of these other things paid off. We'll probably do a show more than likely Saturday night. That's the plan. But we only have, here I have this lovely young lady donating her time tonight to help me out because I do not have any co-host. I've had some of you write me after seeing the promotion for SOKEYA tonight, and they said, make her your permanent co-host. Get rid of Bob. Get rid of the Coltrane. We want SOKEYA. And she hadn't even appeared on the show yet. I wonder who that was. I'll rat them out to Bob and Coltrane a little later. So for those of you that can help out, go ahead, SOKEYA.
You can just have all four of us. So you can have all four of us.
All four. Well, yeah. Well, we could do that. We could do that too.
Yeah.
We have all four of you. Okay. Well, I mean, I would rather it just be me and you. I'd like to kick the other two out. There she goes. She got it. So we've only had 3 of you donate tonight. This young lady is donating her time tonight. She also donated $30. And I want to do something for her that she doesn't know about because she was a big help to me coming in here to help me out tonight. Give us something pretty to look at for a change instead of me, Bob, and Coltrane. And very kind of her and for her first ever podcast. And on top of that, she donated $30 to get us over our goal the other night. So I want to return the favor that she did, donating her time tonight. We haven't revealed it yet. Would you like to tell the people how many children you have?
Anybody want to take a guess before I reveal?
Would you all like to guess how many kids she has? Why don't you all guess? How many kids does she have? She's not 18. She's not 24. She's not 39 either, Kevin Marr. She's 31. How many children does she have? And she's little bitty, too. I think you can tell by looking at her. She's a little bitty thing. Little bitty's not an insult, is it? If you don't mind me asking, because I was trying to guess. Because I've seen your pictures of you at the mall doing karate with somebody. Somebody was trying to have you do some like karate thing. Do you know what video I'm talking about? Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was something karate like. They were trying to get you to hit their head or something. Do you remember what video I'm talking about? It looked like you were in a mall.
That's not karate.
Well, what is it? Taekwondo? I don't know. Help me out.
It's called the arm challenge.
The arm challenge.
Not karate.
All right, my bad. The arm challenge. Well, that was when I got a good idea that you're not real tall. You're not 6 feet tall. I don't think you're 5 feet tall. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to say that you're 4'9" or 4'10". Am I close? No, well, they can't guess because you're sitting down. It wouldn't be fair for them to try to guess your height anyway. But I'm going to say that you're either 4'9" or 4'10". And the reason I'm guessing this, I used to date a girl when I was in high school named Marianne Sanders that was 4'9", and that was the shortest girl I ever dated. And you don't look much taller than her. When I saw that video of you doing the arm challenge, not doing karate, taekwondo, you were very good at the arm challenge from what I could see. Right?
I didn't do it. I was doing it to them.
Oh, you were doing it to them. Okay. Well, they didn't look like they were better at it than you were, is what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. So how tall are you? My guess is I'm going to guess 4'10".
4'11".
Or well, I was an inch off. That's not bad for never seeing you in person. That's not bad. You seem insulted that I guessed you 1 inch shorter. Go ahead.
I gave myself like an extra 2. I gave myself an extra 2 inch on my license, so I'm 5 foot on my driver's license.
You're 5 foot on the license. You gave yourself 2 extra inches, huh? Well, it just looks better than 4'10" or 11, don't it? It just looks better.
I do.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you haven't done anything that the men haven't done, because I know a lot of men that are 5'10", 5'9", 5'11" that put 6 foot or 6'1" on their driver's license. They lie because they know damn well they're not 6 feet tall. But 6 feet sounds better than 5'9" or 5'10" to the men. So you didn't do anything that they don't do. Timmy Lee's in the house. Timmy, I know you're good for a donation tonight. Look at this beautiful young lady here giving me her time tonight. So I'm going to do something for her that she doesn't know about. You were going to guess how many kids she has. Iceman says she's got 2 kids. Kevin Marr, you little bitch. You think she has 5 kids? Kevin Marr? So you guess her at 39, and now you guess she has 5 kids? Mark? Good God. All right. Iceman guesses she's got 2 kids. Let's see a few more guesses. This is how many kids she's got. And all 5 foot. All right, 4'11". All 4'11", 31 years of age. How many children does she have? Billy Seller says she's got 3 kids. Okay. Hard for me to believe she's even got 1. So we got the guesses are 3 kids, 5 kids out of Kevin Marr, 2 kids out of the Iceman. Let's see 2 or 3 more guesses. Jazzy Jana, do you have any guesses? Jazzy Jana from Louisiana. And then once I see the other guesses, I got something nice I'm going to do for SOKEYA that she does not know about. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Cambodia, maybe things she likes to do here, what she does like about, because you've been here since you were a kid, right? I think you told me the last time you were in Cambodia was 2001. Yes. Is that what you told me? Yeah. 8. So she's been here. Jazzy Jana says she has 2 kids. Yeah. So Jazzy Jana says 2 kids. So let's see 1 or 2 more guesses. How are you doing? They're talking amongst each other. Okay. Let's see 1 or 2 more guesses. Then we're going to reveal how many kids. Then I'm going to do something for her that she doesn't know that she's getting. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Cambodia. Maybe compare that to how life is in the Philippines. It might be dramatically different, might be similar. I don't know. That's why we're going to talk to her about it and find out. And have you heard from your children yet? Are they watching you on the show yet? Have any of them texted you
My
to see if
oldest, yes.
your oldest has texted you? And what's your oldest child's name? So that gives away she's got at least 2. We know she has at least 2 kids because she said my oldest child, which means there's a youngest. Well, what's the oldest girl's name?
She her name is Evelyn.
Evelyn?
Avalynn.
Evelyn. Oh, okay.
Evelyn.
Pretty name. I like that. Very, very pretty name. Well, hi, Evelyn. If you're watching the show, hello from Louisville, Kentucky, the Highlands area. And all right. Well, I think we got all the guesses. So the correct answer is, and one of you got it right. Let me find the person that got it right. The person that got it right and wins absolutely jack nothing is, there it is. Is that correct, Sokia? You have 5 children?
Yes, I do.
Kevin Marr got it right. So he guesses you at 39 when I guess you at 24. So he screwed up there. We should have blocked him right then. But he is correct. She does have 5 children. He might have already known. I might have tipped it off. Because there's no way he looks at you and goes, yeah, she got about 5 kids. There's no way he looks at you and says that. So, yes, she has 5 children. And one of the children is kind of brand new, right? How old is the youngest? And what's the youngest one's name?
He just turned 4 months on the 10th.
4 months old on the 10th. Well, happy
Kaizen.
How do you spell that name again?
Kaizen.
Kaizen, am I saying that right? You say it for me.
Kaizen.
Well, when I was a kid, my last name was Risen. Would that not have been a cool name? When I was a kid, my adopted stepfather gave me his last name. Would that not be the coolest name? Kaizen Risen? That'd have been a cool name, wouldn't it? Here he comes, Kaizen Risen. He's going to beat somebody's ass today. That's Kaizen Risen. You don't want to mess with him. I would have been a badass if I'd have kept the name Kaizen Risen. That'd been a good name. Where does the name Kaizen come from? Where'd you come up with that at?
We were just searching up different names and we came across that and that was cool. And actually, he was born on the day of the Chinese New Year's.
Okay.
So he was 2 weeks early.
All right. Well, finally, somebody says hi on Facebook. She is from the Philippines as well. That is Chris Jake. Chris is another one that has wrote me for some help. She's been needing some help with medication. And we didn't really have enough money for that. But then she wrote me today and wanted to know if we could be a little bit of help to help get her some rice. And I think if we could raise 1,000 pesos for her just to buy rice with would be a big help. It's about $20. So if any of you out there are watching right now and you can spare $10 or 2 of you can do $10 to help Chris out. Chris does not ask for help very often, but she's needed some help with some medicine. That was about $50. That was a little bit more than we had to go around for that, especially after helping some children with medication this week as well. So Chris Jake, and her name is Chris, C-R-I-S. You've probably heard us mention her on the show before, but she could use a little help too. And she's watching on Facebook. We're leaving Facebook up for now. And hopefully some of y'all watching on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you're watching can be of some help. There's Mylene. Mylene, we recently helped. Now, Mylene, those are you. I don't know if you see the picture or not. Those are Mylene's kids, and she has 3 children, and we just helped her recently go visit her kids. And speaking of kids, I think you got 1 or 2 kids off camera that are trying to talk to you, right? Would you like to introduce us to your kids that are there with you today?
They're gone.
They're gone? Okay. Well, I do remember one of the kids. I remember both of the kids' names because I talked to you a little bit in the pre-show. One of your children's names, and she corrected me. I'll do it. I'll do it to prove you I remember the kids' names. The little girl who was very cute, her name is Ariana, and then she said Grande. So her name is Ariana Grande. That's what she told me. And then the little boy's name is Chase, and I said, "Well, Chase Bank." I said, He says, "No, just Chase." So he corrected me. He's not Chase Bank. He's Chase. So hello, Chase, if you're in the background watching the show, and hello to Ariana Grande. Very cute little girl. Now, how old is Ariana? 7?
She's 9. 9.
She's 9. Okay. Sorry, Ariana. Sorry. Ariana Grande is 9. And Chase, was he 7 or yeah, he's 7, right?
He's
Or did
7. Yes.
He said, okay, I knew somebody was 7. Let's see. Please put my donation towards Chris. Okay, Billy. Yeah, so Billy's donated 15. He wants to help Chris out. So we will help Chris after the show with her rice. She needs about $20 for rice. So if anybody else would like to donate $5 or $10 to help us out with Chris, that would be great. And she's a very sweet person, very kind, and does not ask for help very often. So I know when she asks for help, she really needs it. And look at that beautiful hair. That's a beautiful head of hair you got there. And now, the reason we call you the Queen of Bling, the Cambodian Queen of Bling, I want that to be your nameplate at work. I want somebody to make you up a nameplate that says the Cambodian Queen of Bling. Maybe T-shirts printed up. When you're not wearing your I'm a Bolin Girl shirt, you wear Cambodian Queen of Bling. That'd be another shirt we need to get you. What do you think?
Sure.
It's a good possibility. I'm going to talk to my people. I'm going to talk to my people to see about getting you a Bolin Girl shirt. I definitely want pictures of you in that. And a Cambodian Queen of Bling shirt. I'm going to work at getting you one made. What do you think about that? Would you wear it if I get you
Sounds
one
good.
made? What color shirt do you want? You want black? Or you got a special color you want for the Cambodian Queen of Bling?
No, I'm not picky. Yeah,
Not
I'll wear
picky.
it.
All right. Well, maybe me and my people will get together and determine what to do on colors. Let's see. So a Cambodian Queen of Bling shirt, a Bolin Girl shirt. So we got you down for 2 shirts. Mylene, we just helped recently go see her kids. Chris, we're going to help you with some rice after the show. And now I need to tell you what surprises I'm going to do for you. You see our sponsor over there, Popeye's Fried Chicken? Well, I'm making a call to the general manager there, and we're going to make arrangements for you. I'm going to make arrangements for you and all your kids. You might want to get a babysitter for the 4-month-old, because the 4-month-old's probably not eating fried chicken yet, right? 4-month-old ain't eating fried chicken. They got mashed potatoes though. Does the little one eat mashed potatoes or anything like that? No.
Not yet. Not yet.
He's
still
not yet. Well,
no.
Well, there will come a day when the little one is going to want Kaizen baby food and milk and all that. Okay. Well, there's going to come a day that little Kaizen Ryzen is going to want some mashed potatoes from Popeye's Fried Chicken. We'll make sure the Kaizen gets some. But what we're going to do is we're going to make arrangements for you and your children. And even me and my son will join you if you like, because I have to set you up over at the Bardstown Road store. We're going to make arrangements to make it worth your time and trouble. We're going to make arrangements for you and your children to go to Popeye's and have you a big chicken combo dinner over there. What do you think of that? I hope you like Popeye's Fried Chicken.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do all that.
Well, we're going to do it because you were a big help to me on the show tonight. You were a big help donating to help us feed some people. And you wrote me after the show. You said, Kenny, I'm happy to do it because I love to help people. Well, we like to help people too. And I want to reward you for helping me out tonight. Want to reward you and the kids because you got lovely kids. I met a couple of them before the show started. And so we're going to get you dinner at Popeye's Fried Chicken for you and the kids. And the other big thing we're going to do, and the kids are going to love this, we're going to set you up. I'm going to call the general manager and get this set up for you and all your kids to go to Main Event. And you know, Main Event, they're a lot like Dave and Buster's. They got the big playground and laser tag and video games and just all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to set it up to where you and the kids that are old enough to go, which is probably all of them but one, right? The 4-month-old probably ain't going to care. But all the other kids are old enough to enjoy Main Event, correct? What are the ages of all the kids again? We got 7, we got 9.
Yes.
How old's the one that's watching?
11. So 4 months, 7, 9, and 11.
4 months, 7, 9. So you got 4 kids or 5?
5. The 4 months.
4 months, 7,
7.
9,
Oh wait.
11. We're missing.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
we're missing
We
somebody.
skipped my
We skipped one.
we skipped my 3-year-old. Oh my gosh, I can't.
Which one did we skip?
Mama brain. Okay, so
Yeah, here we go.
we
4
skipped
months, 7,
Maverick.
9,
He
11.
is 3.
What's his name?
Oh
Maverick?
my god.
Did we miss Maverick?
Yes.
You know my favorite basketball team's the Dallas Mavericks.
We
We can't
did.
forget. We
So
can't
the 4
forget
months, the
Maverick.
3-year-old.
I'm going to show you something here because I think unless her picture got taken down, I'm going to show you. Oh, by the way, did I show you my bedroom the other day? I'm into the pink and teal. There's my doggies. I just recently did my bedroom in pink and teal, and that is Scooby at the foot of the bed. That is Choco laying further up in the bed, and that's 2 Cow down on the right. And there's another angle, Scooby still at the foot of the bed, 2 Cow over by the window. He likes to lay in a little doggy bed over there. So that is my bedroom. That's my living room. Now I've changed that tablecloth because I hated that thing. But that is my living room, and that we recently did. It used to be beige, black, and a black carpet. And but we changed everything over to teal and got a lot of teal going in there. So that's my living room, and I'm sitting in that chair at that desk with that computer screen. So I'm looking at you on a 70-inch screen. And the TV up on the wall, that's a 77-inch TV. These are what we give to our people. John Cena Sr. is one of our badge members. So that's what we give to those. There's the John Cena picture that we're putting up for auction. We've been told to not take anything less than $400 for it. And so far, anybody hadn't done that. That's the book I wrote. I'm also going to get you a free copy of my book, Sokia. Would you read it if I gave you one? It's called
Yes,
I Probably Screwed You. It's called I Probably Screwed You Too, the mostly true stories of Kenny Starmaker Bolin. I wrote that book with the help of John Cosper back in 2015. Sokia's going, he's dirty. He's a dirty old man. And a picture of me, John Cena, and Jim Cornette in the ring. That is me, John Cena, and Jerome Crony when we were on A&E Network recently. They were showing some clips of us on a match there. That is me, Rico. If you'll remember, there's a guy came in here a little bit earlier that said you were the prettiest guest since Rico. Well, that's Rico on the left. I think you're prettier than Rico. What do you think? I think you're prettier than Rico. And I'm trying to see if I have that other picture. Oh, this is one of the big watchers of our show. That's Honey Rose. She's in college in Manila. She's in South Manila. And her name is Honey Rose. And she wanted a jacket like what we had, even though it's been 100 degrees over there lately. So she'll have to wear that later. And she wanted one similar to mine. So that's my black version. And she wanted one like it. And she got that for like $7. So we helped her get that. That is Mylene and her kids. She had not seen her kids in 2.5 years. Believe it or not, the daughter on the right, her name is Kyla. And she is about to turn 18 in November. She's about to turn 18 in November. So that's her family. And she got to go see them for the first time in 2.5 years. We were happy to do that. Another picture of Honey Rose. But who am I trying to find? I'm trying to find a picture. That is an ex-girlfriend, Jenny, that works at 7-Eleven. She said, you never show my picture anymore. So we showed the picture. That is Ruby May and her mother, Hart Delos. That's when they were in the hospital. Oh, here we go. She's wearing her Dallas Mavericks shirt. That is, what's her damn name? Liani. I knew it'd come to me eventually. That is Liani. She's been watching our show for, 4 or 5 years. And she's wearing her Dallas Mavericks shirt. She's a big Dallas fan, and so is her brother. He's a big Dallas fan. Cody Rhodes, who we helped train here in Louisville, wearing his Louisville Nightmare shirt when they were at SmackDown last week. And what else we got? And that's poor little Honey Rose when she was in the hospital, IV in her arm. And I think you were the one that helped me get them the rice and food they needed, right, Sokia? You were the one that made the donation to make that happen. And
yes, you sent me a picture of her.
Yeah, and Ruby May wrote me and said to thank you. She said, please thank Sokia for me. And they said they'd be watching the show tonight. They were going to do their best to see the show. And so that kind of gets you caught up on the others that watch the show that we try to help. Our sweet little Honey Rose there one more time. And there we go. Back to you. Let's get back to the comments. And I haven't looked at the donations in a while. Hopefully some of you guys are picking it up a little bit. Let's see. We have Jazzy Jana from Louisiana has donated another $10. She donated the other day. We haven't seen Nicole in the chat room tonight, but Nicole donated $40 and honored her pledge to us. And of course, we had the Billy Sellers donation, and we have a $20 donation from Daniel Lemley. Daniel is normally the king of the $15 donation, but I guess he thinks you're so pretty, he donated an extra $5 tonight. So what we're going to do, we're going to set you up at Popeyes. We're going to get a date and time for you and the kids to go to Popeyes and get you a big chicken dinner. Main event, we're going to set you up to where all the kids can play video games. We're going to get you game cards and just turn the kids loose, have a good time. If you need me and my son to help you with the kids, we'll come over there and help you. Kind of keep an eye on them, keep them herded up to where we don't lose any of them. Not the 4-month-old. We're not going to turn them loose. That we got to keep a good eye on Kaizen. We can't turn him loose. And on top of that, we're going to set you up to get video games, and we're going to get you a extra large pizza to feed you and all the kids when you go have dinner over at the main event. And I'll set that up with Scott. He's the general manager over there, and to help you and the kids. And we're also going to make arrangements to treat you and the kids at Bear Nose and get you a big Bear Nose pizza. And we're going to turn you loose over there. They are at down the road from me, down at the Bowman Field Airport. So you have to cross the bridge to come over here to participate in all those places. But we're going to make it worth your while. All the kids get to eat. They get to play video games and all the games that Main Event has. You can look them up on the internet and see what all they've got. And I think the kids are really going to enjoy it, especially the all of them but the 4-month-old. The 4-month-old won't even know they're there. So you might want to get a babysitter or pick a night that the 4-month-old has a babysitter. And then you and the kids have a good time, have some pizza. And like I said, if you need help with the kids, me and my son will be more than happy to help you. We'll just get a day that works good for both of us, and we'll help you out. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you, Kenny, for that.
You're very welcome. I know I don't have to. I did it because I wanted to. Now, if you want to make a road trip and go to Two Rivers Restaurant, they are a very beautiful restaurant out in Carrollton, Kentucky. We only go out there about once a month. We're welcome to come once every 2 weeks, but we go about once every month. They have a buffet on the weekends and during the evenings to where they have home cooked food, some of the best food you ever had, and you can eat outside on the terrace. They have a covered terrace to where if it's raining, you can eat outside and listen to the rain hit the roof. And that's what we did when we went. It was raining. We sat outside and eat. It was about 70 degrees and just lovely. And some of the best fish and salmon and chicken that you ever had. Everything's homemade. Everything's fresh. And it is just an amazing restaurant. They're a new sponsor of ours. So if you ever want to make a road trip, it's about 50 miles from here in Louisville to get there. So it's about a 100-mile round trip. So we'd have to leave early to get out there and make the trip back. So it'd be a lengthy day. But if you want to get out, and they got beautiful scenery, they're kind of in a forest, and they got cabins, rescue cabins for raccoons and bears and just all kinds of stuff out there. And so if you ever want to make that, that's a bit of an adventure, but that's an offer we'll make to you. If you want to go to Two Rivers, I'll make arrangements for you and the kids, and me and my son will help you go to Two Rivers, and it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you're hungry, that's the day to go. And anything you want. If you name it, it's probably on their buffet. Does that sound good? But McDonald's is harder to deal with. I'd love to set you up at McDonald's, but they're over here, and they're a little bit harder to deal with to get a fair amount of people covered. But everybody else, I can make a phone call. We'll get that set up for you. So you just tell me when you want to go, and we'll make a phone call and get it set up for you. And that'll save you some money. That'll be nice. You can take the kids out and feed them. Don't have to spend no money. That's better, isn't it?
Thank you.
There you go. Just wanted to make sure you heard me. Well, I agree. It does sound, especially Main Event. I'm really looking forward to you getting to do that because the kids are going to love that. I think all kids love video games, and they have a bowling alley there. So if they want to bowl, we'll make arrangements. If they want to, the older ones might want to bowl. Laser tag, they got that. It's an upper level like a 3-story laser tag thing you can do. I mean, just you can look it up on the internet. They got so many things there, and all about any video game you can name. And then they have a big dining area.
I've been there.
And
I've been there a couple times.
Oh, you have
I've
been there. Okay.
Yeah.
When's the last time you went?
It's been a couple years.
Okay, well, good. They're probably ready to go again then, aren't they? So we got 60 live people in here watching. Let's see if we have any more donations. We have Jaded Zen Entertainment's watching the show. Hopefully he's getting better. He's one of my co-hosts that we're kicking off the show to make you the permanent co-host. But he has donated $15 a night. That's the Coal Train. You probably have seen him on some of my shows before. Coal Train has donated $15 tonight.
Come on, guys, you can do it.
Yeah, he can do it. And so he's donated $15, and he is recovering from the flu. He might be back with me Saturday if I'm not in Carrollton. There's a chance I might be up there at Two Rivers myself. And I've got a book set aside here for you. Well, take my word for it. I showed you the cover of it, but I'll make sure you're going to get a copy of the book when we get you your Cambodian Queen of Bling shirt and your Bolin girl shirt. So you would wear small or extra small? What size would you wear? Small or extra small? Queen, can you hear me?
Kenny, you cut out on me. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Do you wear in your shirt, do you wear a small or an extra small?
Extra small.
Extra small. Okay. We'll make arrangements to get you your shirts. We will get you a copy of my book. Also, for anybody out there, hopefully I don't knock too much stuff over. For anybody out there that's political, because we haven't even talked about Cambodia yet, so we're going to do that next to get you out here at a decent hour. For anybody that wants an autographed copy of the Anthony Scaramucci book, we got a few of them left. The former White House press secretary, former White House communications director, and that's his new book. The title, From Wall Street to the White House and Back. The story of Anthony Scaramucci. He's been a guest on my show about 9 times. Former White House communications director, former White House press secretary. And I've got a few autographed copies left. I just mailed out a bunch. Some of you are going to be getting your book very soon, probably within the next few days. We got tracking numbers. So like John Paul, you'll be getting your book in Maryland very soon. And Deegan Copeland, you'll be getting your book very soon. Bob Hazelwood, if you're watching the show, you're going to be getting your book and your Dusty Rhodes book very soon. Lemonhead's watching the show from Canada, I believe. There's Lemonhead. He's one of the big watchers of our show. Happy Pride. There you go. Happy Pride for everybody. And let's see here. I've almost got my Pride colors on, my Casey and the Sunshine Band. That's got about all the Pride colors covered, wouldn't you think, Sokia? Got a lot of Pride colors in that Casey and the Sunshine Band logo.
Yes.
I'm going to give you and I dual screen for a little bit so they can see the logo a little bit better. I'm going to put Sokia on this side of me. Put her over on the right side. And so I've been promising everybody we're going to talk a little bit about Cambodia because I want to get you out of here at a decent hour. I don't want to keep you up all night. Tell me about Cambodia. How old were you when you came here and what led you to come here? But first, tell me about your memories of Cambodia. What was it like when you were there? And I guess that was 20 some odd years ago, 23 years ago. So you were only 8 years old when you left.
It's been a while, so it might be a little bit blurry somewhat, but it's
all right. Honey, what I did yesterday is a little bit blurry, but I wouldn't worry about it.
I don't remember a whole bunch, but
yeah.
Do want to let you know that how I ended up here was I am adopted.
Okay.
So I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that, and technically I was too. I was adopted by my
That's why I love
stepdad.
how you yeah, that's why watching you help these Philippines people, it's
Oh,
amazing, and that's why I love helping others as well. It's because I've
yeah.
been there, done
Somebody
that,
helped
been
you.
through it. So this is
Yeah.
fairly inspiring. So
Oh, so you got
I think what
adopted at
you're
age
doing
8?
is
Is
so
that
great.
what is that when you were officially adopted at age 8?
Yes.
And what led to that? Because sometimes that's a little late to be adopted. Then again, I hear of teenagers being adopted. That happens too. So what led to the reason for you to be adopted at age 8? If you can
I
hear
don't
me.
know. I guess my mom now, I guess because my sister, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you cut out a little bit, but go ahead. I heard most of what you said.
So I have a nephew who is also from Cambodia. He was adopted when he was a teeny tiny baby, and they brought him to America. And my
Yeah.
mom, she, you know, seeing my sister adopting my nephew, it's inspired her to adopt
Yeah.
someone from there as well. And she happened to picked me out of all the pictures she was going through.
Yeah.
Of course, I was kind of like scared and didn't know what to think or do.
Uh-huh. Of course.
Um,
Yeah, you would
we
be.
can
That
get
it'd be
more
naturally
into it
scared.
more deep in detail. Um, but I was in the orphanage uh,
Oh.
um, um, for a little bit, and then foster home, and
Yeah. I'm going to give you a similar comparison because they looked at pictures, and I'm going to find my little art gel here if I can find her picture again. Give me a second. Where's little art gel? Because I always talk about my kids in the Philippines, and there's some people try to make stupid, dirty jokes out of it. That well, Kenny likes all these young girls. Well, of course I do, and but not for the reason some of these trolls and perverts say. Let me see if I can find her. Where's little Art Gel? I got to find her picture. Where'd Art Gel go? Dadgummit. Art Gel, where'd you go? I'm finding everything but Art Gel. Well, let me trade glasses. That might help me. That might help. Okay, where did Art Gel go? Because I've always talked about I'm so lucky because I have so many kids. I mean, a lot of these kids I've known for years and years. Um, Little Kim I've known since she was 2 years old. I got her first Christmas presents. Where is Art Gel? Because I showed you her picture. Oh, here she is. Okay. That girl is 9 years old. You were adopted when you were 8. So if I'm scrolling through some pictures and they said, Kenny, this girl's in an orphanage, she needs help, would you that would be the girl I would adopt. If I was going to adopt a little 8 or 9 year old girl, I gave her first birthday party when she was 7 years old. She'd never had a birthday party before. Other people in the community helped me, and we really gave her a great birthday party. And we've given her one at every birthday, 7, 8, 9. She'll have another one here in a few months when she turns, I believe, 10 years old. And she calls me daddy because she says, you've done things for me. My real father has never helped me. And she's one of the ones that calls me daddy. Ruby May calls me that. Eunice calls me that. Some of the older ones don't. Some of the older ones don't, but the little kids do. And I love this little girl. And if she was ever in a position to where somebody needed to adopt her and to save her, that would be she's my Sokia. So how your parents felt about you when they saw your picture and you said they picked you out of a photograph, well, this would be that girl for me. I would look, and plus I've seen, she sent me God knows how many video messages thanking me when we help her family. And she's needing help right now. They need rice and they need school supplies. And so she is my Sokia. If I were going to adopt a kid, she would be the one. And now if I were going to adopt a 14-year-old, it would be, well, she was 13 here, little Ruby May. If I was going to adopt one a little bit older, it would be little Ruby May. And I love that kid. She is so sweet. She's growing like a weed since we started feeding her good. So she's growing up fast, but she's still a 14, 15-year-old kid. She'll be 15 November 29th. That's little Chinny. Well, Chinny, well, God, Kenny, she looks like a grown woman. Well, she's 19. She's 19 years old. She's a little college girl. And, but you know, now she doesn't call me daddy, but some of the younger ones do. That's Ashley. She's 16. She's a sweet little girl. That's Mylene. Mylene calls me sweetie because we've helped her out. That's her boy. He calls me daddy because his real father doesn't help him. She thanked me recently for getting her medical supplies. Little Leo Ryan, that's Eunice's sister. She sent me a video calling me daddy. She calls me daddy. She calls me daddy. Well, not that one. She calls me Daddy Bear. She said I was always. She said I was the only person that ever seemed that I cared more for her, as much for her as her father did. And so that's just to give you an idea. Me and John Cena at a church, by the way. St. Teresa's Church Gymnasium, and that's me, John Cena, and Rico at Monday Night Raw in the year 2000. So a couple of those. I didn't show those earlier. So there we go. And that was my first ever promotional picture. That was me, SOKEYA, in 1999. And that was my first ever promotional picture in Ohio Valley Wrestling. That is me, SOKEYA, when I was 17 years old. That's me and my inspiration, Jerry the King Lawler, who got me interested in pro wrestling at the age of probably 12 or 13 years old. And I met him when I was 14. And that's Jerry the King Lawler. And that is an artist named Simon Williams drew that picture of me several years ago. Then he made another version of it with Vince Russo years ago. And I told you my name was Ryzen for a little bit. Well, I was a timekeeper in wrestling and I think I was 32 years old there. And I was a timekeeper. So, and you said your kid's name is Kaizen? See, I would have been Kaizen Ryzen if I'd have took your son.
Kaizen, that's the youngest one.
Yeah. So if I'd have took his first name, I'd have been Kaizen Ryzen. So you have to admit that'd have been a cool name. Oh, and this is my mother and my brother. My mother passed away in 2018, and we reposted her picture. November 14th was her birthday. And that's my brother, Timothy John Razor, off to the right. They call him Biscuits and Gravy. This was several years ago. My mother passed away in 2018, so that was probably 2017. And we were visiting her at the nursing home. And that's my mom, and she passed away about 6 years ago. And that is me when I was 16 years old doing a little bullshit wrestling show with a friend of mine named Adrian Reynolds. He's the black kid to the right. And then the white kid's name was Mike Heilman. That is me when I was 17 with a wrestler named Austin Idol. That's me when I was 17 body slamming a kid named Hatfield. And that is my son when he was 7 years old with Owen Hart. I wish the picture were better, but that's as good as we got. And that's me and my son with a wrestler named Lex Luger and Kevin Nash. And that's backstage at the Louisville Gardens. 1993, maybe 94. Christopher was either 6 or 7 years old then. And that's me being assaulted in Knoxville, Tennessee, technically Barberville, Kentucky, by Jim Cornette. So there we go. So I think we got you caught up on all the pictures there. And see if we got any more comments, and then we'll check, see if we have any more. Oh, here's my Jelly Bean. We've shown of hi, my Kenny, and all the supporters here watching from the Philippines. Yeah, Jelly Bean lives in Calbiog City. Art Gel lives in Calbiog City. You can look it up on the Philippines map. They are well south of Manila. They're what's known as in the provinces. But Jelly Bean lives there. Eunice, Art Gel. Who else? Ruby May and Hart. They live in Calbiog City. So a lot of the people that we help live in Calbiog City. And Jelly Bean, we've been helping for several years now. I've probably known her and her family 4 or 5 years, thereabout. Jenny, we have known for about 7 or 8 years. I've known Lena for over 10 years now. Jin, I've known for 10 years. I don't think I have Jin's picture in here tonight. But a lot of these people we have developed relationships with going back as far as 14 years. So I take that back. I have known Lena for 14 years. That's how long we've been helping Filipino families. We started 14 years ago. So your story, no, I did not know you were adopted. And that makes me love you even more. because you came here out of love. You came here because somebody saw your picture and wanted to give you a better life. And it seems like they must have treated you pretty good. You seem like you turned out to be a pretty good person. And I would say you probably learned some of that from your mother and your father. If you can hear me.
You're cutting out again. I don't know if you can hear me. My connection is, I guess it's
Yeah,
my connection.
I hear
It's
you.
not
I hear you fine. I hear you fine if you can hear me.
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Jelly Bean
Hi,
says hi. Hi, Miss
Bean.
Sokia. She spelled your name right too. she bothered to spell your name correctly. But yeah, Jelly Bean is one of the
Good
very
job.
special people. Yeah, she did a very good job. She did a very good job. So I wanted to make sure we got that up there. And we got about 60 people watching. Seeing if we got any other donations. Does not look like we do. It is 10:17. Can you hang around for about 13 more minutes? Get you out of here at 10:30. Will that be good? Can you stay about 13 more minutes, Sokia?
Yep, I'm good with that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Around
That's
13
fine.
minutes. If you're in the middle of a story, we'll keep telling it. So guys, if you all can help out and help these families, Sokia was kind enough to help us out. And man, I just admire your journey. What are your memories of Cambodia? What are your earliest memories and what was it like?
I don't know. There's a ton. I remember climbing trees, going fishing,
Yeah.
planting rice, all kind of fun things that I miss doing,
A
honestly.
lot of the
Huh?
a lot of the Filipinos plant rice. My ex-girlfriend used to plant rice. Jelly Bean has been taking classes to learn how to grow food where she lives. She just graduated some classes there to do that. She says, "Your voice is so nice. You look like Filipino, Miss Sokia. You're so pretty." So she's considering you an honorary Filipino girl. She says you're pretty like they are.
Thank you, Jelly Bean.
Jelly. Her real name is Jenica Jean, but we gave a lot of our people on here nicknames, and I nicknamed her Jelly Bean quite some time ago. She took my last name because we've been very helpful to her family, and named herself the Queen Jelly Bean. We called her. So we got two queens on here at the same time. The Cambodian queen and the Filipina queen. We got two of you at the same time. And Jana, what a journey for sure. Sure glad you're thriving and surviving. And the reason, and we're going to get back to some Cambodian stories here in a little bit. She is a jewelry salesperson. It's up to her if she wants to reveal where to maybe drum up some extra business or some customers, or if she wants to keep that private, that's fine too. But she's a jewelry salesperson, and I would imagine a very good one. I would think lots of men would want to stop by her booth and buy her jewelry and probably hit on her too. I wouldn't doubt. And but she works.
Yeah, I
she
work.
works. Go ahead.
I work at Dillard, so I'm a specialist there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love people. I love talking to my customers and interacting with them. I'm like a people person.
This is our friend from. She's in Saudi Arabia right now, but she's also Filipino and lives. God, I think Dumaguete is the actual city that she's from, and we call her Mango Jennifer. And she's working in Saudi Arabia. She works in a hospital, and she goes there to make decent money compared to what you make in the Philippines. And she's a big watcher of our show, and she's saying good morning from Saudi Arabia. It's very early in the morning there. Actually, they're ahead of us time-wise, probably like Cambodia is. And but her name is Mango Jennifer. I don't know what the hell she's got written up there because I don't know what that says. But that's our friend Mango Jennifer. And we've known her for many years as well. She's an amazing dancer. She's a very good dancer. Sokia, are you a good dancer? I haven't seen any of you on TikTok. You're not making dancing TikTok videos, are you?
You won't be catching me dancing anymore.
I'd love to catch you dancing. I would like that. Many of our Filipino girls, Jelly Bean, Eunice will make one every now and then. Ruby Mays made some. Many of our Filipino girls love to dance on TikTok. Oh my God. Jeanette that I showed earlier. Jeanette makes lots of TikTok videos. Joera's made some. So many of our girls love to dance on TikTok, but not you. You're not one of them, right? You look like you'd be a good dancer. Tiny dancer. You'd be the tiny dancer. Does she still live with the same family in Saudi Arabia? Well, no, she does not. She lives in another area. Oh, that's the Arabic name. Okay. Well, I figured that would be the case, but I could never read that in a million years. And I don't even know how you typed it. I wouldn't know how to type. Maybe you can send me my name in Arabic. I'd love to see what it looks like. But yeah, Mango Jennifer is very sweet. We've been friends with her for a long time. And, but no, Mango is no longer with the same family in Saudi Arabia. She had to get away from them. They were not the best of families, and she's apparently in a much better place right now. Only dancing anybody would see me do is during line dance. Yeah, I might be able to do a line dance, even me. All right. Well, you fooled me, Sokia. I thought you would be a bit of a dancer. I really did. Not you. Not you. All right, I'll take your word.
Nah.
Oh, is this my name in Arabic? Well, boy, I've learned so. I'm going to have to copy that. Send that to me in my inbox. I would love to have that. I'm going to show that to my son because I'm assuming that's my boy. You learned Arabic real good to type that quick. How do you type Arabic? How do you even do that? Is there a key setting that lets you do that? Now, what is the native language of Cambodia? Sokia?
Khmer.
Khmer? I'm already here. That's a joke. Come here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yeah,
I was making a joke.
No,
I'm already here.
It's called Come Here. Come Here.
Okay. I didn't know that, so I've learned something. I did not know that was the native language. Come here. I'm already here. The can you speak a little for me? Do
KHMER.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to write my inbox and spell that for me. Can you speak a little bit of Khmer?
No, I don't really
don't speak
any.
I was going to see if you could say
No, not Kenny, really. I lost it.
Kenny, it's been a pleasure to be here. Do you know any at all?
I can say hello. It's Suisadai. That's hello.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna teach you some Filipino. Are you ready to learn some Filipino? I'm gonna say something to you, and then I want you to tell me if you know what it means. All right, here you go. I'm gonna tell you something, and then you tell me what you think it means. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Mahal kita, and I'll repeat that. Mahal kita. What do you think that means? Mahal kita.
You're saying my hall.
Well, it's like come here. Come here. Mahal. Here. Hang on. I will have it typed out. Mango. Type Mahal kita for me. I think I can do it. I think I know how to spell it. So I'm going to type it in the comments. I think I'm doing it right. And if I did it wrong, Jelly Bean or Mango, whoever would like to tape it, I think I got it right. So that's the word. What do you think that means? Oh, I guess I could throw it up here where you can easily see it.
Does that mean hello?
Mahal kita? No. Umaga. No. Umaga in Filipino means
How are you?
Umaga means morning.
Mahal kita means I love you.
Mahal kita means I love you. Very good. Very good. Iceman knows because I say it on here all the time. So Mahal kita means I love you. Umaga means I haven't learned many words, But the ones I've learned are Mahal Kita. That's mandatory. That means I love you. Here you go, Jelly Bean. I think this means good morning. Is that correct, Jelly Bean? Oh shit, I can't pronounce it. Magandang umaga, and I think that means good morning. If that's the whole thing. I know umaga means morning. There we go. Mandaga also say that, please. Oh, she wants you to say that. Say that, please, Miss Sokia. Maganda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maganda
Akos.
Maganda Akos.
Yeah, she loves your voice.
Magandang Umaka.
Oh, very good. You do it better than I do. And I hear that, and I hear this language all the time. Oh. You do it better than I do. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's what she wanted you to say. Maganda Akayo? I don't know. You do it better than I do. I guess it's the Asian in you. You have the natural flair to say that correctly. I do not. Were you in school? When you were in the orphanage? Had you already started school? Did you start school at like 5, 6, 7? When did you start school in Cambodia?
No, I didn't start school till I
came to America.
Here into America.
Well, we have similar stories there. So I got adopted.
To learn everything.
Learn everything over here. Well, when I was adopted by my stepdad, I didn't start school till he officially, even though he married my mother at age 2, the official adoption didn't start until like I was age 7. That's when I got my birth certificate and everything. And so I didn't start school till I was 7. You apparently started when you were 8. So we have similar stories there. I was 7.5 because my birthday's in March. And when I go to school, it's September. So March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, I was 7.5 when I started school. They were scared my biological father would find me, so they did not put me in school.
It's kind of funny in a way because when my mom adopted me.
Yeah. Does your mom live here in Louisville or Indiana? Does your mom live in Louisville or Indiana?
Repeat that? I didn't hear a thing.
Yeah. Does your mom live in Louisville or Indiana?
She's in Louisville.
She's in Louisville? Well, make sure you tell your mother hello for me. And
she's in Louisville.
Now, yeah, make sure to tell her hello for me when you talk to your mom and tell her thank you for bringing you here. We're glad she did that many years ago. My other question is, do you have any communication with any of your relatives in Cambodia? Do you have any communication with any of them?
No, I do not.
No. Did you have any brothers or sisters?
My birth mom, she passed.
Oh,
I had
I'm
two
sorry.
sisters.
You had 2 sisters? How old would they be now?
Probably like a couple years older than me, so maybe 30.
Yeah. But you don't have any. You don't have any communication.
Maybe.
You don't have any communication with them?
No, I do not.
Do you have any desire to find them? I know it's been a long time ago, but do you have any desire to find them?
Absolutely. One day.
You know what?
Hopefully one day.
I'm going to talk with my co-host and some people I know, and I want you to try to get me as much information on your family as you can, and I want to help you find them. I think it would mean a lot to you. And if you have that desire to see them again.
Don't be upset.
But I want to help you find them, because I think it would be very special for you and for them. And I'll call some people I know.
Don't make me upset.
No, it's not upset. I want that happiness for you. because I've had to trace down some of my old relatives too, and it means a lot to find them. And I bet they're probably just as sweet and as beautiful as you are. And I want you to experience that.
Yeah.
So I will talk to some people if you can get me their names, or at best you remember, or cities that they lived in. I want to help you find them. And I can't make any promises, but we did
It's gonna
help.
be
We
tough
have helped a
because, like I
couple.
said,
Yeah, well, I'm sure it ain't gonna be easy. There was someone on this show once before, years ago, that wanted help finding somebody, and we found them. Oh, I'll tell you who it was. Mango Ice Cream Jennifer. We have another girl named Jennifer that watches this show, and we nicknamed her Ice Cream Jennifer, and she had not seen her daughter in like three or 4 years, and we helped find her daughter. I forgot how we did it, but we found her, and then we reunited her with her daughter, and paid for her transportation to go see her. And fortunately, they were both in the Philippines, and Mango sent me the Arabic name, Jelly Bean. It's hard that other people judging, yeah, because jelly, and this is something that just burns me up. I'm going to cry again. Jelly Bean gets teased because she has dark skin. And you also have dark skin compared to many pale white people. But other Filipinos will tease her because their skin is whiter than hers. And that's why I hate racism so bad, that you can actually think you're better than somebody because your skin's a lighter color. And she gets bullied a lot because she's a dark Filipino. And but it's hard when other people judge you and bully you and don't know the whole story, or what the situation is before, or what you present. So and that's why Jelly Bean's so special to me. And I'm always trying to boost her confidence, tell her how beautiful she is, how smart she is. We try to keep her and her family above water, making sure they have food, electric, the basic needs of life. And that's what we do for her and many other families, but especially her. And when she tells me that people judge her, or they're jealous that she gets help from us on this show, Vanessa watches our show and says that people are jealous that you help us, or that you help our neighbors. And I can only help you if we know about you. And you've told me a lot of stuff tonight, Sokia, that I did not know, and did not know you were adopted. I did not know that you have not had any contact with your sisters. Do you know their names?
not really. I kind of just forgot it. It's been so
Yeah,
long, and the way pronounced then and now it's different. So
right, right. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's see, let's take whatever information we can. And obviously, we can't make any promises, but we can try. And I will help, and I will find people that are smarter at this than me, and have them help. And who knows, maybe we can find them. And the bottom line will be knowing what were you always Sokia? Was that your name when you were adopted, or did they give you that name?
my name was before this new name. Sokia is still a Cambodian name, but it was Sok Mao was my Cambodian name. That was
So
before
Sok Mao?
Sokia. It's spelled
Yeah.
SOKMAO.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty name too. I like
The
that.
MAO.
Yeah, it's a beautiful name. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that just as much, to be honest with you. Sok Mao, is that how it was pronounced?
it's
Sok Mao?
different.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I've never heard the name
Mhm.
before, but I like it. I like
Sok
it.
Mao.
But no,
Sok Mao.
I'm crying because I want you to be happy, and I want you to have that connection if you can get it, because I know how I would feel. And no, I don't want to depress you or anything. I want to make you happy. And if we could find your sisters, I would be probably as happy as you, that we did that, because I remember when we reunited um, Ice Cream Jennifer, with her daughter. She had not seen her in 3 years because her ex-husband basically took the daughter and hid her, and hid her from them. So yeah, we'll work on that, and we're probably going to need some information that might be hard to get, you know, as to what their names are, where they might live, where in Cambodia they might be. But yeah, I want to help you with that, and we'll do our best. And I'll just let me know what information you can find, and who knows, we might get lucky. We might get lucky and find them. What else was I going to talk to you about? So you work, you're the queen of bling at Dillard's. And is it okay if we say what mall that you work out of? Or do you just want to leave it at Dillard's? I'm trying to
Is it okay?
Do you get commission? I was going to see if you wanted to announce which Dillard's you work at, if anybody wanted to buy any jewelry from you. Do you get commission, or are you straight hourly wage? How does that work?
No, I don't get commission. There's no commission.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the main reason I wanted to help you, because if we
no
sent
commission,
you,
it's straight,
okay,
strictly
hourly wage then. Okay. Well, that was the other thing. That was the other reason I wanted to help you, because if you got commission, if somebody was going to buy jewelry, I wanted them to come buy it from you, because I wanted you to get the commission. But then again, I guess the more jewelry you sell, the better it makes you look, right? If you're the top salesperson or something, do you get bonuses or anything?
Kind of, in a way. We get free gifts. I know last month we did over 12,000, and the goal was only 5,400. So
wow, damn! So you doubled the goal. Yeah. Now, was that 12,000? Was that 12,000 for you or as a department? The bone collector. We don't see them in here real often, but I said, was 12,000 the goal for the department, or just for you? Or I'm sorry, 5,000. What was that, your goal, or was that the company goal?
That's just for my area.
For your area, I got you. Well, Bone Collector says hello. We don't see Bone Collector real often.
My section.
Now, we haven't had any donations in 40 minutes. You're getting some great stories here. And the last donation we got was from Jaded Entertainment. And that's the last donation we got. So if anybody's out there and can help us with these families, we'd really appreciate it. We got several people needing help, and it goes fast. It goes fast. And so, well, this month and next month, you're going to get another bonus, because you're going to get to go to Popeyes, you and the kids. You're going to get to go to Main Event, you and the kids. You're going to get to go to Bear Nose, you and the kids. And if you decide you want to make a road trip to Two Rivers out in Carrollton, Kentucky, we're going to make a phone call. We're going to make that happen as well. So you got 4 places that you and the kids can go over the next month or two at your convenience. You just give me a little bit of notice to where I can set it up for you. And we will make sure you get to go and visit each of our sponsors and reward your kids and give them a nice night out that won't cost you any money.
Thank you, Kenny.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And no, and I told you earlier before we actually did the show how much I admired you for what you do, and how hard it is to raise 5 kids. And I don't care if you got help or not, it's still not easy. It wasn't easy raising 1. So how you do 5, I have no idea, because 1 was not easy. But I really admire you, and knowing what you come from and what you've been through makes it even more admirable. And I really admire your parents for bringing you here and giving you a chance and getting you out of that orphanage. And you tell your mom from me, thank you. I don't know if she gets thanked much for what she did, but she did a great thing. And your dad, you and your mom and your dad, I would bet you're pretty close, would be my guess.
It's just my mom. She's
okay. Here's our sweet friend Eunice. You remember me showing you pictures of Eunice earlier? She's the one that also said how beautiful you are. She was talking about you before the show started. And Eunice is the one that also turns 18 on November 29th. We showed her picture earlier. And so I'm glad Eunice made it in. Eunice needs an oil change in her motorcycle, but it turns out she don't. Eunice, I sent you the details of how often your motorcycle needs oil changes. My son sent me the information. So please make sure your fluid is full. Make sure the motorcycle's full of fluid. And if it needs extra, we'll get it for you. But it doesn't need changed yet. And I sent you all the details of when to change. This is my wrestling promoting friend, Herb Simmons. Herb did my show a few weeks ago. He just did a big celebrity show in the St. Louis area recently. And Herb, I don't know if you've got to hear Sokia's story, but I hope you will rewind this back to around the 1 hour, 15-minute mark. Yeah, she made me cry telling her story. And but Sokia is an amazing person with an amazing story from Cambodia. And God, I thought I loved her before she came here tonight, but she is so special. And she's got some great kids. I went through and I looked at a lot of your pictures with your kids. I can tell you love your kids because they're in all your pictures. So you got so many pictures with your kids, and I can tell you adore them, and I can tell you're a good mom. I know you're a good mom. And I kept you here longer than I said I would do, didn't I? I told you I was going to get you out of here at 10:30, so I lied a little bit. So I'd love to have you back again. I'd love to talk more, especially of your memories, especially more of your memories of Cambodia. Do you have anything else you would like to tell me about Cambodia before you go? Do you remember your trip here? Do you remember when you were officially adopted and you knew you were coming to America?
No, we can.
Do that on a part 2 show.
Yeah,
we can do that. We will pick up there.
We got on to. Yes, we can save this for the next podcast.
Sure.
How's that sound?
Coltrane, beautiful smile. I have to rewind now. She does have a beautiful smile. I do not, but she does. When we were doing our testing in the green room to try to get her ready for the show, all I could see was her silhouette, and her lighting was not good at that time, and I couldn't see her face. And then she smiled. I said, "Well, I see those beautiful white teeth." I said, "I know you're there." So we had to work on her light. We had to work on her lighting so we could see her face. But Sokia is, and trust me, guys, I know she's pretty to look at. She's just as sweet of a person as she is beauty to look at. She's as I posted on some of her pictures, she's very pretty inside and out, and that's the best combination to have. And knowing her background and her story, which I didn't know any of this before tonight, she has fast become one of my favorite people, and she's got a big heart. People have helped her in the past, and they gave her a shot at a good life, and she likes to do that for other people as well. And she's my kind of people. And I am going to smack John next time I see him for ever taking any of your poker money. Me and John are going to have it out. Can't be having you lose any more poker money. So Kia, sweetie, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. Let me know.
Yeah,
when
he's going. He's
that?
going to that house game.
Yeah. When's he doing that?
He's going. Yeah. This Saturday he's going.
This Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday I'm supposed to be at Two Rivers.
It's a fun get together, all friends, just hanging out.
Where do y'all play at? Do y'all play over here in Louisville, or do you play in Indiana? Or out in Oldham County? Where do you play the poker games at?
Kenny, do you want to do part 2? What day?
You just pick the day and time.
It's like one of our group.
Yeah. Well, you tell them what I said.
I'll check my schedule the next day I'm off. I'll message you.
Okay. Well, tell them I do not want them taking your money anymore, especially John. I don't want that. You tell them to be good to you.
I'm not going.
And you just let me know. You let me know when part 2 is good, and we will schedule it and get you back in here. You're welcome on my show anytime. And if you want to fire Coltrane tonight, you can fire him right now. He's in here, He donated $15 tonight. Do we need to fire Coltrane tonight, or are you going to let him keep his job?
Only if he donate $10 more, he can keep.
Oh, he's got to donate. Oh my
job.
God! Do you hear? You heard that, Coltrane? You got to donate $10 more. Let me see if anyone else has done. Nope. Matter of fact, Coltrane was the last one to donate. Shame on the rest of you that have gotten these amazing stories and didn't donate tonight. Thanks to all of you who did. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah, just got information on a motorcycle for Eunice. Updates from my work. Okay. Yeah. My boss was writing me during the show. Wanted me. Yes, that is next weekend. All right, morons. It clearly says next weekend. All right. Let's see. Jelly Bean looks like she has some parting words here. Jelly Bean, hi, Circle Train. Shout out to Bobby Bob, who is recovering. Both of them have been sick, but if we don't do a show Saturday, I'm sure they both will be here next Tuesday. Sokia, thank you so much. It has been such a pleasure. This went even better than I thought because I learned so much more about you than I thought I was going to learn. And you have a friend for life with me. If I can ever be of any help to you in any way, you let me know. You have all the ways to contact me. Let me know when you want to participate with our sponsors. And I look forward to meeting your kids one day soon. They seem like a sweet bunch. And the two I met earlier tonight, Ariana Grande and Chase, seem like very sweet kids.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on here, Kenny. And I'll message you next day. I am free, and we will schedule something.
Coltrane says you hang on, where'd it go? That's Billy Seller. Coltrane, yep, $10 more sent, well deserved. And you let him keep his job too, because you had the power to fire him. So yeah, he saved his ass there tonight.
Thank you, Cole.
Okay. Hang around about 5 seconds. We're going to say goodbye to the fans. Hang around so I can say something to you off the air. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. If I'm not back here Saturday night, I'll be back here Tuesday night with another edition of the Bolin Alley. Thank you, Sokia. We love you. We love all the fans who donated tonight. Those of you that didn't donate, bite me. And until Tuesday night, I'm Kenny the Star Maker Bolin for Sokia and the Coltrane. We